How's it going, people? So I just see the latest update with regards to Liam Payne and the 3 arrests that have been made. Because some people have been asking me on TikTok, like, what do I think about that? And I would say that they was always going to show you some kind of arrest because of the narrative that they've gone along with the drugs. I still don't believe he had drugs in his body. I believe they've held on to the body because they are going to put those drugs in the body so that if a toxicology report gets done this end in the UK, which I suspect that the Argentinian lot would suspect that the dad would possibly go through those motions at this end before the funeral. If not, they've embalmed the body, so that may make it difficult now. So, but, you know, if the traces are in there, then they're in there, aren't they? But that is my suspicion of them holding on to the body for so long, because otherwise, what's the hold-up? What's the hold-up? You've already made your mind up that, you know, he's fallen or he's fainted, or all these conflicting stories that we've heard, but now they're saying 3 people have been arrested. Well, why have they arrested them if they're saying that he's fainted or he's fallen? You know what I mean? Why would you arrest anyone? So someone had to have laid the drugs out on the table and staged it all. So because they've brought the drug story narrative into it, it's inevitable that the authorities were going to have to say, yeah, we've got people arrested because there was drugs there, which I suspect they've put the drugs there to make it look like this. They can go with a narrative that Liam was on drugs. I personally don't believe that. That doesn't make any sense. He was waiting for his visa. Why would he mess all that up? And as Harsh on YouTube has mentioned as well, because I've been watching him a bit because he seems to get it. Liam would have been seeing his boy at Christmas. We're so close to Christmas now. Liam's not going to turn up and see his little boy and that all drugged up out of his face and unwell and in a mess. No, I don't believe that. So to me, it's pretty obvious that they've made these arrests or they've detained people. I still think that nothing will happen with that Roger guy based upon he's a powerful bloke in Argentina and he lives there. Nothing's going to happen to him. He's probably a Mason. He's probably in with the authorities. The authorities, I believe, would be Masons as well. Like I say, it's the whole thing's a closed shop. But because they keep pushing this narrative about him being on drugs and gone to the extent of staging the room and putting the drugs there, it's inevitable that they're going to have to say, well, you know, we've made arrests with regards to the drugs. It's a bit like the fan that's gone on the news in Argentina. No one can find her. No one can find her. I can't find one social media account or nothing with this girl. I now myself, my view has changed, and I don't believe in that fan because you can't find her. You cannot find her for love nor money, and I can't even find the article anymore. She's probably got a checkerboard T-shirt on or something. You know what I mean? There's got to be something now. I cannot find this girl Diana, so I don't believe in that now. And the reason that they would say that he spoke to this fan earlier on that day after waking up would be to cover up the fact that they'd done this stuff to him the night before. Whether they kept him sedated and then threw him over the balcony just before 11:52, or they staged the pictures earlier than that, because there don't seem to be anyone in this hotel that's seen anything. It must have been like a ghost hotel. Like, where are the people? The fact that the cameras weren't on, the whole thing is staged, and I would suggest that these arrests, they're going to be staged as well. I still stand by the fact that his mate Roger, nothing will come of it, although they know that everyone on TikTok and on social media are speculating, it's got to be him, it's got to be him. I still think that it won't turn out to be him, because if he was involved in it, he wouldn't be hanging around him the day before or the day before that, or the day before that, making himself a suspect. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. All of the stuff about him saying to people in the lobby about him being his manager, we've got no proof of that. This is all hearsay. It's all hearsay. It might be coming from the authorities, and but it's still hearsay. It's still stories. Look how many times they've changed their story. He jumped. He fell. We've got CCTV footage. All of this stuff. They've had plenty of time now to fake a video, fake the toxicology report and put these drugs in the body. They've had the body long enough. The toxicology report came out far too quick. And as that Tanya L said in one of her TikTok videos, where she pointed out how far away the body landed from the actual, if you're parallel to the balcony, you'd fall, boom, straight down because of the body weight. You wouldn't be 3 to 4 meters out away from the balcony. That means that you've had like 3 or 4 people, got an arm and a leg each, and when the coast is clear, they've thrown him over. And I reckon he would have been sedated and severely beaten up and sedated the night before that morning. That's what I believe. That is what I believe. It's definitely, to me, he's been unalived. I don't think anything's going to come of Roger. They may put up a couple of faces of these fake hotel workers. They may well do that because they've staged this whole thing in the hotel. It's inevitable that they're going to tell you, oh, it was this person and this person. No one will ever have heard of these people. There'll be a couple of crisis actors as well taking the rap for it. I don't believe the investigation is true. I don't believe it's a real, true, thorough investigation where they're trying to get to the truth. I think the police and the authorities out there and the hotel would have been bought off, and the only type of people that can buy off the authorities and hotels with so much money that they can't turn it down would be high up people in the business. And who would have that kind of money? Well, the record label would have that kind of money, wouldn't they? I mean, let's face it, we did say that all the songs would come back out again, or the albums would re-chart off of the back of this death, and that's exactly what's happened. I mean, do you know how much these record companies have earned out of them already? If Liam Payne had 5.7 million quid himself, right, and the band get £1 an album, can you imagine how much money the record company have got? They were getting the other 12, 13, 14, 15 pound an album, outside of the pound an album that the band get, because that's what the band get. And the band have made a lot of money because they've sold worldwide. So a record company with that amount of money would have the money to buy off absolutely anyone. And if they're Freemasons, there's going to be Freemasons in the Argentinian police. There's going to be Freemasons in the Argentinian media. There's going to be Freemasons on this end, carrying on the narrative. I don't think anything's going to come of the arrest of Roger, but because everyone has speculated on it so much, they've got to go with that story and clear him. Yeah, and they'll probably end up blaming it on a couple of fake hotel workers so they can put the story to bed, and that was the narrative. All done, we've solved it, this is what it was. He's been unalived. I would still follow the money. I don't think this Roger guy would be... He's the red herring. He's going to hang around him knowing that everyone's going to suspect him. But it's going to be all right, Roger, because we're going to clear you. So you'll get a bit of grief for a week, 2 weeks maximum, and then we'll clear you, and then we're going to blame it on these other couple of hotel workers. That's what I think's going to happen. And then the whole problem goes away. We've given you a toxicology report. The body's back home. There's going to be a funeral. We've embalmed the body this end, which is going to make any toxicology report at the other end virtually impossible. They've covered all angles. We've arrested. We're putting out on the news that we're looking for his friend who claimed to be his manager. Well, we've got to believe stuff that took place in the lobby if we believe that Roger claimed to be his manager and said he's got a problem with drugs. All hearsay. There's no proof of it. There's no video camera proof of anything. And that's what I would say, that's my summing up. And then that will make all of the problem go away, and the albums can rechart as normal, and we've given the public an excuse now. Done. I bet you any money that's how it goes. Anyway, that's my latest summing up. That's what I think's going to happen. Nothing's going to come of it of Roger. I guarantee it. They might make it look like it's going to for 5 minutes, but he will get cleared. 2 people whose faces you've never seen before will get the blame for giving him the drugs, which he never took, in my view. He never took. It doesn't make any sense that he would have took them. His girlfriend's just gone. I don't believe in these 2 sex workers either. I don't believe they was ever there. This is all hearsay, and we have no proof for it. We have no proof for it. And to make it worse, the hotel, when they talk to the police, they say good morning. All right, that's what I think. Take it easy.